Hello there, and welcome back to this lore dive through the Middle Earth games. I'm Ollie Johnson, with me as always is Sam Congrave and Ian Burrows, and would you believe it, we're playing the Hobbit again. Twice in 2 days, this is unusual for me. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing well.
Excellent.
I'm doing okay. I'm getting used to just being on my own.
Yeah.
Why did she leave me?
For context, Sam is minding his house for a while.
My wife's gone to visit a mother and a sister for a little while, so that they can have a little bit of time with the baby for a little bit, and I'm looking after the house and the pets because I kind of need a bit of a break as well. So it's a holiday for both of us.
Yeah, she hasn't left him.
No, she hasn't. Well, she's left to go away, but she will be back on Tuesday. Thinking of picking her up. Well, there's a Krispy Kreme in town. I'm thinking of going downtown at some point, picking up some donuts for her.
Yeah, cool.
They've
Right.
got Kit Kat ones now.
So,
Kit Kat.
a Kit Kat.
A Kit Kat.
Matt Berry can just make anything funny. Yakuza 7.
Throne room. Put on the ring. This is basically a stealth mission.
I sense an unseen presence wandering.
Can you see the stream, by the way, guys?
Necromancer?
No, not evil.
I'm trying.
Just uninvited. Strange.
Are you on the page? Is it showing it?
Well, just a minute, I'm just trying to get past this advert.
Bugger.
Ads. The adpocalypse.
Seb is here. Turns invisible, starts glowing bright red. Yeah, that means they're looking at you. Something seems to be up with my view counters, because it says I have no viewers.
So I don't know if you saw on Masco X's channel, they were talking about if BoJack was rebooted.
I saw the video. I haven't watched the video.
But the graphics changed it because originally it had one with BoJack, but with BoJack Horseman's head.
They turn bright red when they look at you. Is Bilbo bashful?
I sense an unseen presence wandering our
He's
halls.
shy.
Minions of the Necromancer?
No, not evil. Just uninvited. Strange.
The Yappa Pie strap match.
Team
Oh,
4
God.
start talking about BoJack Horseman. What is this? A crossover episode?
Yeah, I think I suddenly remembered. I don't know why, but I remember when you messaged me on Facebook one going, "Why would you put this on my Facebook wall?" And it was like it was a Botchamania bit.
Yeah.
And it was involved. I can't really say on here what it was, but let's just say that Hulk Hogan doing the voiceover for the Yappa Pie strap match and how he was going to whip people with it involved.
Oh.
With a certain movie.
Oh, good lord.
I mean, it wasn't as funny as, say, Raul Julia's voice on Bray Wyatt's Fiend. You have come across the world to face me. Come, soldier. Snaps neck. Pathetic.
Jumping at shadows.
Remember when Ollie's profile picture was Mr. T for a while? No, they don't, because I changed it back immediately after you changed it the second I turned my back on you. For long enough.
I remember when I kept changing all these backgrounds to Father James Mitchell just to scare him.
That ain't funny, man. James Mitchell is terrifying.
I get it. James Mitchell is a terrifying man, but come on.
I don't remember any of that. The day M. Bison
Is someone
graced
there?
your village was the most important day of your life. But to me, it was Tuesday.
I feel bad for Raul Julia, especially considering he did that movie purely as a gift to his kid. Because he was dying at the time.
Right. I'm gonna need to move my camera, I think. I'll move
That's
it
the depressing part. That's the depressing part about the movie for me, is that his kids liked Street Fighter, so he agreed to be in the movie. And he basically had to take all that time off because he was going through the chemotherapy and everything, so he couldn't do any of the fight scenes.
Yeah.
I pity the fool who don't believe me.
I mean, I think the first thing Ollie remembers of it is the whole Bison dollar thing.
Is someone there?
Of course.
Is someone there?
That is one bison dollar. It is worth 5 British pounds.
There after
For
all.
that is the exchange rate the Bank of England will set once I kidnap their queen.
Seems safe now.
Christopher Lee, but he's Jay from the Kevin Smith multiverse.
You haven't heard of Jungle Love? That shit is the Mad Note. It was written by God himself and handed down to the greatest band in the world, the motherfucking Time. Never say an unkind word about the Time. Me and Silent Bob modeled our whole lives on model Morris Day and Jerome. I'm a smooth pimp daddy. People love the pussy. And Chubby here is my black manservant. Judge says if we ever go anywhere near that place again, we'd get thrown into county. And do you know what they do to us in county? Do you know what they make you do in county? Toss the salad.
Hey, you want to hear something fucked up about him and that quick stop boy? We don't smoke pot. Well, no potter, then what's this? What? I have a wiping problem.
I have a piping problem. I just stick a couple of those up my brown eye, then bam, no shit stains in my undies. Here.
Spread my cheeks so he can see the fucking stink nuggets.
I sense an unseen presence wandering our halls.
Minions of the Necromancer?
Would you fuck a sheep if you were a
Just
sheep?
uninvited. Strange.
No, this motherfucker ain't with us. He said he'd fuck a sheep. Now, who's stupid, you dirty sheep fucker?
Pete, if you're there, clip all of these. Or Seb, if you're there still, do it.
Do his clit speech.
I am the Grand Master of the clit. See this face? See this fucking face? Every time you see clit, you see this face. Not this little fucker right here. Me. I am the clit commander.
It's times like this I miss dating a lesbian.
How do I? I'm not sure, to be honest. That's why I said Pete, because he'd done it before. So he would know. But it doesn't look like Pete is here, unfortunately.
I sense an unseen presence wandering our halls.
Minions of the Necromancer?
No, not evil.
So, do you
Just
like
uninvited.
snakes?
Strange.
Well, you can't exclude an animal just because they aren't
Strange
cuddly. Of
not
course I
very
like snakes.
How about trouser snakes?
Oh, like a trouser snake.
Jumping at shadows.
Oh.
Do the devil's an angel bit.
Oh, okay, I have to be careful.
Just a minute. What the fuck are you waiting for, bitch? She fell for it.
Have the prisoners
And,
revealed the error of
oh,
trespass yet? They still refuse to
whip your
answer.
cock out or something. Right about now, you expect the angel to turn up and tell you not to whip out your dick.
Oh, yeah.
But we bitch slapped that motherfucker and sent him packing.
Let her rip, boy. Jesus loves the little children. Oh, sorry I'm late. What have we got here? Oh, shit, man. Don't tell me you're thinking of whipping your dick out of this fine piece of woman, are you? Go on. Look at Gandalf there and see if he thinks it's a good idea not to whip your dick out.
I'm shaking my head right now.
That's it, boy. Put the dick down. You've got to go from the heart, yo. There's no little perv bullshit is gonna work for this woman. Now remember, don't whip out your dick unless she asks, or wait till she's sleeping.
Oh dear.
Oh, excellent, Seb. Thank you. Continue to do these things. Did this work? I'll be able to tell you after the stream.
Unless there's anything else.
I'm trying to think what else there is.
I mean, it doesn't have to gain Silent Bob.
Oh, let's see,
God. I'm still remembering the only good bit I remember of chasing Amy.
I haven't seen that.
The best bit of it is literally the black guy at the beginning who's made a racist comic.
I thought that was Mallrats.
No. Mallrats is the one where they go to the mall because that guy's girlfriend dumped him because that guy died in the swimming pool and she has to replace him on her dad's show.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Chasing Amy was the one where there's that gay black guy who pretends to be, an over-the-top militant black guy on stage and makes a comic with a title I can't say out loud.
Yeah.
And has the entire argument about why Star Wars is racist.
Darth Vader.
I love that thing.
Nubian God.
You got Cracker Farm Boy, Luke Skywalker. He's a Nazi with blonde hair and blue eyes, and he thinks he's going to run the universe with a motherfucking lightsaber. And then he blows up Darth Vader's hood. Now, what the fuck do you call that? Intergalactic Civil War? Gentrification! And Jedi is the most insulting of all, because Darth Vader's beautiful black helmet is removed to show a feeble, crusty old white man. They're trying to tell us that deep down we all want to be white. Isn't that true?
And
And they
he
just
pulls out a gun.
shoot everyone.
Black Rage!
What's a Nubian? You almost made me laugh.
1999 argues that
find-
Star Wars is too racist. 2019 argues that Star Wars isn't racist enough.
You could have told me you were packing heat. I almost pissed myself. Shouldn't there be security coming in and beating your ass right now? Wrong state. You see, this gun here is filled with blanks. So I get the okay before I go on stage. The worst part was there was a guy who who went by an internet moniker of the literal comic the guy had made.
It's funny because the guy was because the black guy was he was selected to play Brainiac's camp robotic assistant in Superman Lives. The one
So
with the giant.
weird video game trivia. Who remembers Gex?
Yeah.
I remember Gex. I don't think I ever played much of it, but I remember its existence.
I remember there was about 4 of them on the PS4, on the PS2, PS1. There was the original 2D Gex game. There was Gex 3D Enter the Gecko and just regular Gex Enter the Gecko. The difference was they used a different voice actor.
What's he been in since?
Well,
he hasn't really been in anything since Gex Deep Cover Gecko. I just know that the UK version of the game makes way too many British references, like, for example, that he watches Supermarket Sweep, or when he defeats the last boss, he says, "Let's put all this behind us and go play footy in the garden."
I remember in Gex 3D, he was voiced by Leslie Phillips.
Yeah, but the thing is, Gex Enter the Gecko is the same game, they've just changed the voice actors.
Hello.
Yeah, that guy. I like that one because that's one I grew up with, but I recently found a PS1 long play of just Gex Enter the Gecko, and I didn't realise there was 2 versions of the same game.
I'm more than just a cat. I am an Arthur's cat.
Nice try, big boy.
Ding dong.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
Be in your bonnet, Potter.
Oh, God!
Yes, he was the sorting hat.
Sounds like the sorting hat.
He was the sorting hat.
Oh, God! Well, at least that one. I mean, they changed his name. They changed his voice again for Gex Deep Cover Gecko.
Yeah, because in the other games, he's voiced by what's his name? The black guy from Alien vs Predator.
Oh, wow! I just remember that the original 2D one, the quips were a bit too, he was Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool.
So I'm just trying to move my camera to the point where it doesn't get in the way of anything.
And I like how they did the Star Wars joke at the end, like, "Gex, I am your father." "Right. How can you be my father?" "It's true. I didn't always look like this. I fell off a ladder while trying to get free cable."
Huh.
Be in your bonnet, Potter.
Pardon my tongue, Potter.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Granger.
Oh, good lord.
Whenever cats talk, they have posh and suave. Only if it's voiced by Leslie Phillips.
Oh yeah, I got Liz to watch Team America World Peace.
Oh yeah.
She's very mad that I've ruined cats for her. With that guy's entire analogy of why he hates actors simply because he was molested and raped by the cast of Cats.
And I was raped by Mr. Mistopheles.
Yeah, that.
There's never a Glaswegian cat.
Glaswegian cats? What, are they cats that literally start fights with each other because they looked at each other funny? Gex. Yeah, he just disappeared after the PS1 era.
We should put him in Sonic the Jerk.
Might as well. The last time I saw him even referencing anything was in Dorkley, where he turned up to that manager who didn't remember him, so they painted him red. They painted him orange and set him on fire, so he'd be a Charmander.
Because he could be like there when Sonic visits the UK.
I'm trying to think of other mascots.
Yeah.
Because I remember Rayman, but he kind of lived on for a little while into the PS2 era.
He can be like a French guy.
With no limbs.
I think Rayman does still exist in the...
Yeah, he
Well,
does.
he got overshadowed by his rabbits.
The rabbits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got overshadowed by all of them.
Yeah, that could be the joke. He's just mad because he got overshadowed by these little white guys.
Thing is that Mario's been consistent and continued for years. Sonic has had a whole load of stop-starts because of the whole... They found...
Mismanagement.
It really... I don't want to say it's just mismanagement, although I will say that the current writers are considered the worst ones in history because they took over around the time that Sonic got his Wii U exclusive deal. And do you know how when they took over, do you know how they researched the character?
Oh.
They went on YouTube and Wikipedia and just read an article or two. They are widely considered to be the worst writers in the entire Sonic history, mainly due to their over-reliance on juvenile and childish jokes. Lately, they haven't done anything revolving around fart jokes and stuff, but they don't seem to understand what Sonic actually was meant to be. They treat him more like the out-of-touch 90s guy.
Sounds like Sonic to me.
Well, the whole point of Sonic was that he was meant to be cocky and everything, but he was meant to also have the whole good guy, compassionate thing to him as well. That was kind of his character in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
But we did him
Now
better.
they've just made it so he's just cocky for the sake of it and shoots ridiculous one-liners.
And we made him better.
We have actually done him better at this point. I honestly wish I could meet Ken Penders and just tell him all this stuff just to see how he reacted. Though obviously omit the stuff where he appears during lightning storms to stare into the echidna's houses. Yeah, I don't think he'd appreciate that. Although apparently Sega are on very good terms with Ken Penders these days.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is that an to Penders being on good terms with Sega?
Yeah.
Because it's weird because he tried to sue them.
Oh no.
Flynn on the other hand, Flynn's a thieving piece of shit, but there we go.
Who adopted a lemur.
Yes. Well, he literally just got... Literally, I am convinced at this point that the lemur he created is just how he wanted Sally to end up.
Yeah,
because he already told everyone that he was planning to kill the freedom fighters off to begin with. He was actually just going to have Antoine die in his coma. Well, his plan for the freedom fighters originally, before the reboot, was he was going to have Bunny become a villain. Yeah, try and act at that. Antoine was going to die in his coma. Rota was going to suddenly become incompetent overnight. And I don't know what the plan for Nicole and Sally were, but I think they were legally obligated to not kill Sally after the last time they tried that.
Right, well, Bilbo's pavement pizza.
Oh, God. Hey, that's my thing, Ollie. I invented pavement pizza, though I don't remember why.
Well, it was we were pitching an idea for Metal Gear Solid Bridge back when we were doing the series, and for the bit where Liquid crushes Fox at the end, spoiler alert, it's a 20-odd-year-old game, but when he lifts up his foot to crush him, he just keeps stomping on him because he won't die. Well, just to taunt Snake. He just keeps stomping on Fox, even though he died.
Pavement pizza.
Pavement pizza. Pavement pizza.
I'm suddenly remembering everything.
A while back I thought of like a scene where Sonic goes in, he joins Alex Kidd at a bar. He's introduced to some forgotten mascots.
The land of forgotten mascots.
And the very last one who shows up was the Traveller's Tales mascot.
Oh God, I actually sadly remember that.
Yeah, the guy who never actually got his own game.
Oh, Traveller's Tales. They took over Crash Bandicoot eventually.
Yeah. And then they started
And then they fucked it up.
Then they started making Lego games.
Ah, Lego games. Everyone's favorite, damn it. Everyone's personal favorite choking hazard for the children.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I just see that little guy and I always wonder, who is he?
Huh.
And I'm not.
You
and I
mentioned
found-
that. I've honestly never heard of him doing anything.
I know, and thing is, I'm not the only one who wondered that. I looked him up, and that there are loads of people dedicated to message boards and fan art about this little guy, and they're like, "What's his story? Does he have a name and all that?" And the guy who drew him, it's like, you know what? I never actually gave him a name. He was just called the Traveler. And he was going to have his...
That sounds like an alcoholic who appears in a bar to tell us a tale about how things fucked up for him, if ever there was one.
Yeah, the thing is, he almost did have his own game.
Oh.
But he got replaced.
Huh, that sounds malicious.
Hmm.
I hear a rage. I think we have a clue.
Ian reads some Robert Mugabe quotes as Christopher Lee. I don't have any on me. I mean, yeah, I do wonder about that Traveller character.
Hmm.
I mean, because mostly when we see him, he's just sat on a hill surrounded by mushrooms. And there is a 3D titles, well, sort of like a 3D company sequence, where, at the beginning of the game, where it's just pans in, and he's on this weird fantasy alien world thing, and he's just sat there with his what do you call it? Bag on a stick.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just sit here just wondering about him. It's like, what is this guy's story? Who is he? Where does he come from? I mean, he seems like an interesting character who should have had his own game.
You raise quite the adulterous point.
And Seth says, when I was 4, I thought Mario was the mascot for video games in general.
To be fair, Mario had the head start in the 80s. So Sonic didn't really turn up until 1991, and before then they went through several mascots for Sega beforehand. They had Sonic.
They had that little spaceship guy first.
Yes, they had that guy. They had that thing. They had Alex Kidd.
And then Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic is literally basically the embodiment of Sega. The problem is that Sega is a complete mess. And historically, everything went to shit very quickly. After the Genesis, because, he was...
I think we should all declare Kazuma Kiryu the new mascot of Sega.
I would like that. The thing with Sonic, though, is that he was the biggest thing for a while, and then he just fell from grace very quickly due to mismanagement from Sega itself.
And his drunken behaviour.
Well, yeah. His drunken behaviour, of course, being represented by the 32X and the Mega CD.
And his racist attitude.
Yeah, imagine if I talked to Ken Penders and tried to explain the whole Trogna thing.
He'd be outraged.
I'm sure he would actually find some amusement in it, even because the ironic thing is we portray the echidnas similar to how most media portrays African Americans in some regards.
Hmm.
He portrayed them as Mexicans.
Hmm.
So I don't know which is worse, but then again, he did have them all. He made them a combination of Mexicans and pre-World War II Jews.
Hmm.
I'm only saying that because that whole putting the echidnas in the concentration camps thing, which still makes me uncomfortable.
I am a small dog, and I want to do small dog things.
That's all I got for that.
How to
So,
bury my bone in the garden.
So, do you remember when Crash Bandicoot had a voice in Crash 2 and they just like they stopped referring to the adverts right after it just went to hell?
you mean his voice?
No, they actually had a voice for him for like the adverts of Crash 2 and they're like, "All right there, mates. I just came from the new flew over from the new levels and boy, my arms are tired."
Crash, why are you talking like an Australian?
Boy, he must have eaten some barbecue. I am not an animal. Oh God, it was horrible. They even made him have an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice at one point. It makes it worse that Jim Cummings sang the theme song that would have been in Crash 1 if they didn't decide to ditch it. They had like an entire cartoon thing which you can look up, but yeah, the voice of Winnie the Pooh, sang the entire song.
Well, he's a good singer.
Crash Bandicoot.
Is someone there?
I can't do
No.
a Johnny Vegas impression.
Yeah, sadly for you, Ian doesn't have diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes intensifies.
Diabetes!
Remember that guy who's like, "I have diabetes. I can't sleep at night. It hurts to pee and it causes me to be short with my family.
Someone there?
The other day we ran out of ice cream and I hit my wife. Then I found out my wife's been dead for 5 years. Who the hell did I hit?" Or when he reappeared in Family, when he's like the mayor, he's like the owner of MTV or something. He's like, he's at a concert like, "Be quiet. You're being too loud. The lights are on too high. I have diabetes." And then when they have a band on, he's like, no, I know how to fix this. And he pulls out a shotgun and starts shooting everybody.
I've been eating too much apple pie and eating ice cream.
Oh, when did I find the third one? Apparently I did.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, I think...
Diabetes.
Did you just get Brimley and Johnny Vegas mixed up? No? I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you about diabetes.
Diabetes. I've been eating a lot of apple pie and ice cream, and I got scared. You just put your trust in these people. You see that I'm not right.
Apparently, he was like the basis for what's his name? Abner Ravencroft in Indiana Jones. Because there was like an Indiana Jones like tabletop like game.
I was the H1 guy video, I think. Yeah, it was good for the 23 seconds or so you said.
Yeah, so what they did was they wanted to draw a picture of Abner Ravencroft and Marion's dad, and they based him on Wilfred Brimley, which I thought, okay, it's an odd choice.
But there were no Indiana Jones movies after Wilford Brimley became famous.
Yeah.
This is...
Except for in people's brains.
I mean, I know they talked about the possibility of another film with where they would add Abner Ravencroft, but that never came to be. That guy never gets a break.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have picked Wilford Brimley.
Huh.
If I had to pick anyone to play Abner Ravencroft, it would be Tom Selleck, the guy who was originally supposed to play Indy.
Pressed the wrong button and took the ring off.
There hasn't been a new one since Last Crusade. Yeah, that's right.
I watch Last Crusade every New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah.
But I think the one that actually got me hooked, well, the first one I ever saw and was Temple of Doom.
Yeah, same. I thought that was the first one for the longest time.
Well, technically nowadays it is, because it's classed as a prequel.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, that's fine. I mean, they wanted like apparently, well, it was George Lucas's decision to do that because he said he wanted the beginning to be dark.
Yeah.
And you don't, and when it comes to Indiana Jones, you don't get much darker than Temple of Doom.
No.
Kalima.
I mean, a lot of people have a problem with it, but I liked it.
I like Temple of Doom. It's probably the weakest of the three, in my estimation. But, you know, if the worst one you make is Temple of Doom, you haven't done that much wrong.
I know. I mean, yes, I know Willie is annoying. But you mustn't let that stop. But you mustn't let that destroy. Well, stop
He
you.
wanted the beginning to be dark. Makes the canonical first moment in Indiana Jones a musical number. I've never had a problem with Temple of Doom. No, it's fun.
Yeah. Plus, the bad guy is pretty funny in a dark way. Kalima.
You betrayed the shareholders.
Was that the wind?
Yeah, that's definitely the sound that wind makes, lady.
Is someone there?
What would you say is
No.
the best one?
Is someone
The White
there?
Council has
No.
taken the fight to the necromancer.
That vile sorcerer has plagued
Is someone
us
there?
long
No.
enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn round now.
There's nothing out there.
I hope to not be stabbed behind while I'm looking away. That's my least favorite thing to happen.
Seems safe now.
What would you
Ah,
say?
cruel irony.
What would you say is the best Indiana Jones film?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I mean, I have a lot of fondness for The Last Crusade,
I
but
thought I
also
heard
Raiders
footsteps.
is really good.
Yeah.
Was that the wind?
I don't know, I like Raiders of the Lost Ark, but that may just be because of the whole opening the Ark and people's heads exploding and melting.
You know that guy played Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
So that's what the Temple of, so that's what the Ark of the Covenant did. Made him purple and have wisecracks.
That is my headcanon, yes.
Oh, the things he missed. The Black Plague. The Spanish Inquisition.
The
The
Brady,
Brady Bunch reunion.
Is someone there?
No. No one here.
Perhaps it was nothing.
Yes, it was nothing.
Sarge, Marge, I'll crush him like roaches. Gee, pretty fancy smanchy.
Touch me again, you'll be chicken wings in the morning.
Can't
Well,
you
where's my autograph book?
Is there any penalty for using the ring in game? No, there isn't. Can't you just garrot them from behind? He's not tall enough.
What? So, they were all been destroyed. Well, we were about to destroy them. What? You didn't kill them? You call yourself Tango warriors? You're more like Tango turkeys. I'll have you all stuffed and roasted.
But Master, there was this monster with these huge sticks, and they kept twirling them around.
Sticks.
Bilbo, I
These
thought I'd never
sticks.
see you again.
A whistling
Is
sound.
everyone all right?
Well,
You
it's
must
kind of
find
more
a way
like
to
nails on a
escape, Bilbo.
chalkboard.
My ears
Go
may
see
be
ya.
old, but I
That
swear
miserable,
I hear
manipulating,
rushing water
loathsome
beyond that
sea
hallway.
devil of a witch.
Explore that hole.
If she loses
And
the
see
great
if
power,
you can
everything will
find
be
an
ruined.
escape route.
Do you want us to have another whack at it? How about taking another quack at it?
You must find a way out of here, Bilbo. Go
And,
explore
they just
that hall and see
explode.
what you can find.
Ah, the Tengus.
Tango turkeys.
Not as good as pavement pizza, but you know.
Pavement pizza. Stand on a barrel and garrot them from behind.
I just like how they just defeated Ivan Ooze just by kneeing him in the crotch.
Into a meteorite.
Yeah.
Keep
Uh-oh.
kicking me in the dick.
Ah, here comes that cute little pink ranger to the rescue. Oh, you think she's cute too, huh?
Is someone there?
Bilbo's in prison.
Don't drop the soap.
That's what you get for excessive consumption of pipe weed. We have also developed a keen interest in the smoking of weed.
Yeah.
And now some giant orc is going to make Bilbo his girlfriend. I find that
Fiona
offensive.
seems distant lately. She had a difficult fight in the Lone Lands. Trolls.
We orcs are law-abiding
She still
citizens.
lives.
How did she best them?
She did not best them. She merely survived them.
You leave me no alternative.
Show yourself.
No.
Oh,
Must be the wind.
Show yourself.
I'm gonna sue you for 10 pickled eggs.
No. Alright, looks like this is progress.
Is anyone there?
Okay, you need to find an escape route, Bilbo. Well, I'm working on it.
Has anyone played the Overlord games?
I played a demo of Overlord 2 once.
Yeah.
It seemed fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really still on the whole what's called Overlord anime series, so no.
Christopher Lee, but he's got a job at McDonald's.
Okay.
Would you like fries with that?
Would you like fries with that? Perhaps a Big Mac. You do realize that if you buy and eat a McDonald's, you are endorsing Donald
It's time
Trump.
to get these barrels packed up and sent to Lake Town. This looks
And-
promising. If I can free the dwarves,
And giving
I'll
an
pack them into barrels and
indirect
send them down the
blowjob
river
to
Lake
Ronald
Town.
McDonald.
So yeah, well, the Overlord we're talking about is the games where this evil dude in armor and you control some funny little goblin things.
Yeah, and you can just like. Oh, I remember it being really fun, but I can't really remember what you could do.
Well, basically, you just tell the goblins to destroy things.
It's nothing.
I've only ever played the second game, but basically the villains in the game are just based off the Romans.
Yeah.
I'm jumping at shadows.
And it's kind of funny because the elves in the games are hippies.
Show yourself.
No.
They're like, love and peace, man. Don't kill these creatures.
There's something strange here.
I think I heard footsteps.
No, you didn't.
There's nothing out there.
Seems safe now.
Mr. Hobbit, did you get out of your cell? Oh, that's very bad.
Must be nothing.
Yeah, I know the Overlord games, but I'm more familiar with the anime at this point.
The games are better.
I don't think the anime and the games are related.
They are not related at all.
Has
The
Ian
anime-
seen BoJack Horseman? Asks Seb.
I'm aware of it.
Oh, you should watch it. It's very good. I don't think there's any other show on TV that understands its characters quite that well. Oh, they saw me going up the friggin' ladder.
It's time to get these
And
barrels
now
packed
you're
up
going
and
to
sent
have
Lake
to
Town.
stay in the cell
This looks
and think
promising.
about what you've done.
Free the dwarves.
And then when we let you out, you must say you're sorry.
Is someone there?
No?
I need some sleep.
They do not have due process in courts of law in Elfworld, no, because they're like, oh, that is very naughty. You must stay in here and for time out. You are going to sit on the naughty stand.
Show yourself.
War is bad.
Seems safe now.
Was that the wind?
It's the timeout stool. You can't get down until time is up.
Must be nothing.
Now don't do it again.
Who's there?
We didn't help the humans on the battlefield. We didn't help the dwarves on the battlefield because they were very naughty. They were all They were getting drunk and they were swearing.
Wrong way. There's an inn, there's a very old inn beneath an old hill.
Who's there?
What's that?
And there they brew beer so brown that the man came down one night to drink it, though.
They literally arrested you for being short. This is what happens when you don't eat your vegetables. You will stay short for the rest of your life.
Was that the wind?
Now you must eat your greens and drink your milk.
Must be nothing.
So instead of war, why don't we show people how to share things? I don't think it's very nice for the dwarves to try and snatch that treasure away from that dragon.
Seems safe now.
And for all we know, that dragon's a single parent.
Is someone there?
There's nothing out there.
This is why you must learn to share.
Seems safe now.
That's just basically what the elves are.
I think I heard footsteps.
No, you didn't.
Seems safe now.
Oh,
Hmm?
is someone over there?
Was that the wind?
Is someone there?
Please come out, I have tea.
Fuck!
Now, you mustn't use language like that. I'm gonna have to put you in the cell until you learn to calm down. Naughty, naughty Mr. Hobbit.
It's time to get these barrels packed up and sent to Lake Town. Show yourself.
No.
There's something strange here.
Seems safe now. Show yourself. I think I heard footsteps.
And the dwarves are just like the complete
Said
opposite.
it was nothing.
Huh.
Seems safe now. Seems safe now.
I can just imagine them as like loud, angry, drunk Glaswegians.
Ah!
You want?
Was that the wind?
The fuck do you want, you fucking wanker?
Yeah.
Must be nothing.
What's wrong, Malcolm? Sorry, Rob, this wee Dax right up our door.
Two
I
words.
didn't- I didn't care what he wants.
2 words. My axe. Your face.
And then I open the door. Alright.
The stupid little fucker got caught again.
It's time to get these barrels packed.
For viewers, welcome to the stream. They're not all us, are they?
Show yourself.
Where the fuck is he gonna get here?
Seems safe now.
Have comments been disabled? No? Oh, sorry, I've just not been paying attention.
I mean, if I have to sit another moment here waiting for
surrounded by these posh
Show yourself.
twats.
This is getting annoying now.
Oh my god, he got caught again.
He's supposed to have a ring that turns you invisible, you daft twat!
DNA ken how to put on a ring.
Now, Mr. Dwarf, what have I told you about shouting profanities?
Why you got no memory, you daft big-eared twat?
Get the fuck with me!
Oh dear. You're going to have to stay in there longer for that.
You have caused confusion and delay.
The fuck I am.
Seems safe now.
Well, could be worse. They could be orcs.
There's something out there.
Green-skinned buggers.
Is someone there? Perhaps it was nothing.
Okay. No, I don't think I will.
I don't want to sound judgmental, but I hear that instead of money, orcs use pickled eggs.
It's time to get
What do
these
the elves use?
Do you mean
Money.
Uh,
They
you
use
mean the
money.
food? You mean the foodstuffs?
Yes.
Why is their currency perishable?
I don't know,
Show
but
yourself.
no wonder they're facing a recession.
Their money literally expires.
Is someone there?
No?
And dwarves, well, they don't have any currency. They just take whatever they
It was
want.
nothing.
And the hobbits use potatoes.
Was it the wind?
What is it with people and their perishable? Their perishables.
I mean,
Must be nothing.
better
And-
potatoes than pickled eggs, but only marginally.
I found a way out. The elves
But-
send barrels
but
down the
it
river
gets
to Lake
worse.
Town. If we
Goblins
pack
use
ourselves into
piccalilli.
barrels, the elves will make our escape for
A
us.
condiment?
Shall be bruised
Yes.
and battered to pieces and
It's a bizarre
ground
group
to-
of people.
But I suppose we have no choice.
You'll need to put Galleon the butler to sleep before you get into the barracks.
listening to
No, it's all right. She's a friend.
You must
and
make
I
Galleon
am
drowsy
deeply
by putting 3
offended.
kinds of herbs in his drink. One herb is in the lake behind the throne room. Another
I
is in
know
a
the
small
social justice
wheel in the
orc.
courtyard. The third is
I
in an
will
old
sue
cave in the
you
courtyard.
all for
There,
50
the cave's
pickled
once home to
eggs.
spiders. This potion will melt
Kitchen's
away
right
these
over there,
traps.
love.
Find those
Do
herbs,
we
Bilbo,
have any pickled
and don't
eggs?
worry about Galleon.
Oh yes, we picked some out the other day.
Oh. I just... Oh.
Seb says, my cabbages! I feel sorry for that guy. I feel bad for that guy. All he wanted to do was peddle his wares. He just
Yeah.
wanted to sell cabbages.
I hope we have enough pickled eggs to pay this man. I mean, what will happen if... What would happen if we don't pay him the pickled eggs?
Might ask for just some more.
I'll ask for more, and then I'll stare at you, very annoyed.
Oh dear.
We will be very angry with you and write you a letter telling you how angry we are. And one surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage.
I hate cabbage.
You've been playing for 2 hours, I think. Have it? No, this is 1 hour.
So, The Great Gate is not the only entrance to these caves. The spider web must be in there. I do hope no one's home.
More bloody spiders.
Coming over here, taking our jobs and our women and acting like they own the place.
Willow weed acquired. Ha, ha. Ha.
I wonder what this is for.
Now, that is a film I would love to see a sequel to.
What?
Willow.
Ha.
These again.
I mean, Warwick Davis said he would love to do another one.
Oh, more fucking spiders. Back off!
He's in Galen's cup. I can breathe dwarves.
Oh, I leveled up. Cool. I've dealt with tougher spiders than you, mate.
Hello to them.
You know what we haven't played in a while?
What?
Ace Attorney.
Oh, yes.
I'll have to get back to that.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. So, because it's a stealth mission, I've got Metal Gear on the brain.
Do 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 do.
Fuck! Oh no, I'm not gonna have to do the whole thing again, am I? There was no save point.
There's no room for inconsistencies in Operation Intrude 213. In fact, there's barely any time for cutscenes.
Oh, wants me the crap out of some scones and Earl Grey.
All right, you Yankee hippie. Your file says you're British.
Don't you dare question my Britishness. I wants me the crap out of some scones and Earl Grey.
Too bad you won't be tasting them ever again. Huh.
Snake, what's going on at Shadow Moses Island?
Huh.
I hear there's some kind of party going down there.
Entrance to these caves.
And I wasn't invited.
Katsuhira Benedict McDonald Miller.
Huh.
Why are you telling me your unofficial bio? Just to, reiterate that it's me, but I already believed you.
Excellent.
Did I mention you get to kill 500 or 600 people?
Kazuhira McDonald Benedict Miller.
Oh, you know, I'm the bastard son of a disgraced Madonna. Why are you telling me your unofficial bio? So you'll believe me, but I already believed you. Wow,
So,
really?
these guys almost make me feel sorry for Liquid.
Sorry enough to give in to his demands?
No.
Sorry enough that I'm going to make his impending end that much more horrific.
We used to watch Elmo together. I go in the version I'm writing, but like, Colonel Campbell's just a complete bastard.
Why, thank you very much.
Go fuck yourself. Happy birthday, Colonel. Go fuck yourself.
I could be your best friend, or I could be your worst nightmare. Take your pick.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Do yourself a favor, Snake, and fuck off. I can kill you. I make it look like an accident.
Oh fuck, why did I use that?
I'm back in a bit.
Okay.
Alright.
After I put these in Galleon's cup, I can free the dwarves.
Level up, bitch! Oh crap. Seb says I come in pies. Huh.
Good for you, huh?
All that for a health potion. Skip.
Ants.
Ants!
I just love that his entire political campaign is just him doing random shit that makes no sense. Like maybe he'll start a log fire or something, or throw a rock into the lake.
Place the herbs in Galleon's mug. When Galleon is asleep, go back for your friends.
Tell me what to do.
Ants. I believe I have an answer that everyone will agree with. Ants!
Ants!
I don't know why that's funny. He did do another political one as well with some guy who would say things and then admit later he didn't know what they meant.
Right.
Like he'd say something like that he was metrosexual, but then later admit that he didn't know what that meant. Or when he had an entire thing where he came into the school kids and talked about drinking dog pee. I can see his campaign now. Drink pee. And let's not forget the apple that had committed murder. Dear Lord, he looks terrified. He looks horrified.
Show yourself.
I mean, but then again, consider the apple's dilemma.
Yeah.
He's committed the greatest of crimes. Nothing is going to make that go away.
Was that the wind? Must be nothing. Was that the wind? Must be nothing. What's that? Perhaps it was just... the wind.
There's no one there.
What's that? What's that? Perhaps it was just the wind. Was that the wind? Must be.
Who's there?
Must be the wind.
Show yourself.
Oh, fuck.
Galleon's cup. I'd better be quick about this.
I come in pies.
Haha, Ian's back.
Ian's back.
When the herbs take effect, this room will be wide open.
We've spiked him. I'm wankered on Rehypnol.
30 pieces of silver and I'm wankered on Rehypnol.
Rohypnol.
Talk to Balin.
You there, get on your knees and do your job.
Huh. Huh. I've got a robot hand. Joseph Balin.
Oh, you know those Darth Vader funny voiceover things?
Yeah.
You know who they should do?
Who?
The red guy.
Yes.
Show yourself.
It's about Darth Vader going, "Hello,
it's me, Lance Sackless."
Is someone
Can't
there?
you tell?
Ivan Panst. Can't you tell?
Perhaps it was nothing.
Susumi.
But of course.
Someone there? Perhaps it was nothing.
Was that the wind?
Flew right down into the trees. You should have seen Gandalf's face. Mr. Baggins, you never cease to amaze. Now you must find Thorin. They won't tell us where he is.
He is in the deep cellar. There is only one way into the deep cellars. Through the dark water caverns. It's dangerous, but it's the only way.
Oh, for God's sake. There's more.
I don't like sending you down there.
I must rescue Thorin, and this is the only way in. Don't worry. It shouldn't take too long.
Master stick tactics.
I don't like sending you down there.
Of course, there is more. Okay. Looks like they've done away with the stealth mechanic for now, though.
Well, that's something.
That's the sword tactics. Ah, brilliant. Right, let's see if we can get this level finished in this stream then. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. You okay, guys?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ian, you're right there.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. Alright. No, you fucking don't. That's probably quicker than getting back up there anyway. Exploding rocks.
Feel the sting of my many rocks.
Video game Bilbo is infinitely more of a badass than actual Bilbo. If I could go dungeon crawling. We have to be nearly there. this level is turning out to be pretty long.
Indeed.
Ah, solid. Ah. Who's been gobbing in my lentils? Neil, are these lentils South African? Oh crap. Fucking hell. Awfully quiet, guys, you alright?
I'm alright.
I'm fine.
It is getting a little late, I suppose. Although... Azam, have you seen Jim will paint it on Facebook?
No.
He's just an artist who paints whatever you ask him to. Does it all in Microsoft Paint as well, and it's really good. Like,
Huh. Have you seen Jim Sterling's new gimmick?
what? Baron von Brett Knife?
No, the one where he's dressed up I think he
Sterling.
used it.
His wrestling
Yeah, the thing where he just
gimmick.
pulled off his gloves and just slaps people with them. Though Baron von Breadknife is still pretty cool.
Games is political. Ah! 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 Estus is bestus.
Yeah. I've got it all in my helmet.
This helmet sucks. It's sharp and sweaty inside, and it's rusted from when we poured Sunny D all over it. And I can smell old Sunny D because we did a fucking terrible job of cleaning it. I'm Baron von Breadknife. Right, I think I went the wrong way.
Oh.
Back. Estes. Oh, fuck. We are live on Twitch. Please don't say fuck or bugger. And what?
Oh, I hope it wins for himself, itself.
Oh. Oh. Stop Hobbit, stop not making the jump. No, it sounds like, stop not making the jump, the manga industry to manga artists.
Ian?
Yeah?
Hey, did you just fall asleep?
No, I sneezed.
Okay.
Okay. Why is it taking so long to save? I don't think it normally takes this long. Is that snoring again? No, sir, no it
It's
isn't.
weird.
Okay, right, I am back to where we were, but I don't have a clue what to do now. All your favorite once acceptable hits. Ugh. Oh, I watched the overly sarcastic thing on H.P. Lovecraft. Good lord, he was racist.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Very much so.
Very racist.
Hippopotamus Lovecraft. His hatred of literally everything that wasn't his New England town, and the only white people he hated were ones he thought were inbred.
Or poor.
Well, keep in mind, he didn't have issues so much with skin color so much as breeding. So he had a weak constitution for math.
What did he name his cat, Sam? Don't say it on the stream, but you know what he named his cat, don't you?
What, H.P. Lovecraft?
Yeah. Do you know what he named his cat?
No, I do not.
N-word, I believe.
Oh my god. Actually, that doesn't surprise me. My uncle named his fish, his stuff racist things.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, in the film Dam Busters, there was actually a dog by that name.
Oh god.
It was only because it was based on a true story.
But H.P. Lovecraft was super racist even for the time, apparently.
Well, not only that, he didn't understand certain things, like keeping in mind he didn't understand how the colour spectrum worked.
Yes, precisely. That's what the
Try
dog
to explain how the
was.
colour spectrum works to H.P. Lovecraft, and he'd look at you with a strange look and go, "You mean there are colours that mankind can't see? What might they be capable of?"
Deep cellar. Oh, please tell me I... Oh no.
What?
Where's the other one? Right now, I've got to find another key. Oh, bloody hell, I have no idea where to look. Sam, could you look where I find the third deep cellar key?
Give me a sec.
I don't even want to try and figure it out myself.
Hold on. Let's see. Google.
HP Lovecraft, more like HP Hatecraft. I thought you said Selic key.
Let's see. The Hobbit. The Hobbit.
My word. Gandalf spoke true, as
PS2.
usual. A fine burglary.
Let's see. Third cellar key.
Now to open this cell.
Deep cellar key, yeah.
That was most uncomfortable.
I had 1, 2, and 4. I must have missed the third one.
Third deep cellar key. Let's see. Apparently, this is a thing. Hi, I'm trying to look at find the third cellar key to free Torian. I got 1, 2, and 4, but cannot find the third. Okay, from the first to the level, leap off on the rope and climb until you leap on the rocks beyond. Go left to the road leading to the big doors, turn invisible, and go to your right towards the elves standing before the big doors. Go around to the big tree on your left, and you should see a save pedestal. Beyond the saver, you should see rock cliffs. There's a break in the wall. Go to the grassy area, and beyond you should see the blue key on the ground.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna have to
What?
go all the way, like, oh.
Ah, yeah.
Right.
Oh dear.
I wonder if there is a way, a shortcut to double back from.
Possibly.
It's possible, but not improbable.
I don't want to go through all of that again. It's improbable, but not impossible. Oh.
Sorry, we need a new Ethernet cable.
Show yourself.
No. Ah, fuck. Right, well, there's a shortcut back to what I imagine is the throne room, so...
Show yourself.
No, I don't think I will.
Show yourself.
It must
Right,
be the wind.
I'm back in the jail. So where did you say it was?
It seems safe now.
Sam,
Yeah?
where did you say it was? Area?
Hold on. Hold on, let's... Let's see. From the first of the level, jump, leap from the rope, climb until you reach the rocks beyond. Go left at the road leading to the big doors. Turn invisible.
From the
Go to your
first
right.
cellar level, did you say?
It just says go from the first of the level. Like this is all it says.
Right. It must be from like that. Must be like from the beginning.
Let's see.
I'm around there now. So let's see if we cannot. I mean, I know roughly what it looks like.
Hello, Vetra.
So it says from
the level, leap on the rope and climb down till you leap onto the rocks beyond. Go left at the road stand leading to the big doors, turn invisible, and go to your right towards the elves standing before the big doors. Go around the last big tree to your left, and you should see a save pedestal. Beyond the save pedestal, you should see the rock cliffs. There's a break in the wall. Go to the grassy area beyond, and you should see the blue key 3 on the ground.
Show yourself.
Right.
Who's there?
I think we know the rough area we need to go to.
Show yourself.
Must be the wind.
Seems safe now.
Who's there?
And I've gone the wrong way.
Perhaps it was just the wind.
Oh wait, no, I haven't.
News of the necromancer.
The White Council is moving against him.
Lost. I do not understand why they waited so long. We told them of the dangers long ago.
What's that? Perhaps it was just the wind. Perhaps it was just the wind.
Show yourself.
Nope.
Must be the wind.
And I'm back here, right?
Show yourself.
It must be the wind.
Yeah, that's definitely the sound that wind makes.
Who's there?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna call it here and do it later.
Alright
Perhaps
then.
it was just the wind.
Right, so guys, where can the internet find more of you?
You can find me on Murasaki's Pits. I still don't have anything I'm going to do yet, but I'll let you know.
Cool, and Ian, what about you?
You can find me at Within the Great Walls, where I'll be continuing the Spider-Man DLC.
Excellent. And you can find me at Ollie Johnson in all of the places on YouTube and Twitch and Ollie Games, where these streams will be archived when I get around to exporting them. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time.